This morning, the FBI is searching for the gunman who opened fire on a federal judge's family at their home in New Jersey. Investigators say someone dressed as a FedEx driver arrived at Judge Esther Salas' home last night. Salas' son, Daniel, a freshman in college, opened the door and was immediately shot and killed. The judge's husband, who is a criminal defense attorney, was also shot in the attack and is in critical condition.
Very sadly, Daniel has died. And I understand that Judge Salas is not physically harmed.
Investigators say the judge was in the basement at the time of the shooting. She is the first Latina to serve on the federal bench in New Jersey. No word yet on a motive, but investigators say the judge had received death threats in the past. Now, investigators are also looking into whether the shooting is connected to her husband's work as a criminal defense attorney.
So you just saw it there, man. I wanted to put the news clip so it can go into more detail for you guys. I wanted to respond to this, one, because it is just it's a very sad tragedy. From what I've read, it was a good kid, really good kid who died. Judge's family was attacked. They don't know if it's because of the judge or because of the husband, who's a criminal defense lawyer. But I find it very suspicious that it's 4 days after she was assigned to a case connected to the Epstein case, basically connected to the bank. The bank it's under a suit. Let me see, I got it written down here. Not trying to freestyle too much. So she's handled some profile cases, received death threats in the past, and it was really no big deal. And it's been a while since she has received death threats. But 4 days after, she took a case where she was assigned to handle a class action lawsuit of a big time bank, and the bank failed to monitor high risk customers, including Epstein. So Epstein, he basically used this bank to launder money, and he basically bought girls. He bought young underage girls and paid them off and stuff like that. And he was using this bank as kind of a laundering system, and the bank kind of knew. And they just pretty much overlooked the stuff because he invested a lot of money and he was able to bring other high-end clients. Well, they're coming back with a class action suit and they're checking into all this stuff with Epstein and a couple other people. And so I have to wonder if it's connected to this bank. It could be connected to the husband, but it's suspicious that it's 4 days after the judge was over the case. And also another thing that's crazy about it is the guy is a lawyer who was involved in a case with the judge, and he was dressed up as a FedEx person. And so now I got to go back and think, it's like, man, so now what do we do? Do we have some type of FedEx protocol when somebody, comes from FedEx? Do we just say, hey man, just leave that stuff at my front door? If I got a sign for it, then, oh well, I just get it some other time. I don't know, man, because this is kind of a rare occurrence. Or do you go out and continue to answer your door? Is it one of those unavoidable things? Luckily she was in the basement, so they didn't hit everybody. And was he aiming for him? Was he aiming for the son? Was he aiming for her? And after he did the shooting, he just got scared and took off without finishing the job. Nobody knows yet, but I do have a very strong suspicion that it has something to do with this Epstein case. A little bit more background on the guy who did the shooting. He was a lawyer, but he was also really into men's rights or something like that. I think he did some type of, try to do a class action suit against Comedy Central and some other big time channel. Like he didn't really win or anything like that. So I don't know if that has something to do with it. I have no earthly clue, but it's just another reason, guys, just to keep your head on the swivel. Like I said, the guy dressed up as a FedEx person came up to the front door, man. So you gotta just look at everything. I don't know how they could have avoided that situation, and it's something that doesn't happen enough to where you'll be on guard about it. But now it's just something else for us to think about, man. Anyway, that's all I got for now. I'll talk to you later.